Hey there. Well, thanks to all those who've been clamoring for me to do another vlog, all three of you. Here's my second contribution to the vlogosphere. I'll tell you what, I want what's on my mind. It's the same thing that everybody else is talking about, writing about, reading about, Googling, blogging, and now I'm vlogging about him. Have you guessed? That's right. The incorrigible, the cantankerous, Reverend Jeremiah Wright. Well, I'll tell you what, Reverend Wright certainly has infused this, what would have seemed to have been a very long and arduous campaign season. He has infused it with excitement and revelation. Wow, I have such mixed emotions when it comes to Reverend Wright. On the one hand, I want to kiss him and say, I love you, Reverend Wright. And on the other hand, I want to slap him and say, how dare you? He's just, the thing I guess on one hand, I'm very thankful for him. And I love and am grateful for him being honest and turning on the light for all America to see the ugly truth. And the bottom line is, Barack Obama does have a racial elitist, anti-American background. These have been things that a lot of us can see, and whether it's the flag thing, his wife, saying how she's finally, for the first time ever in her life, proud of America. And so when Reverend Wright comes along and he just says these things, it solidifies it, and it makes it, see, we had those of us who were saying, look, we cannot have a president who is not thoroughly pro-America, who doesn't love America, whose patriotism is in question. Some people are like, well, I want to know the issues. Like, I don't care what your issues are. I don't care about your position on the issues when you don't love my country. I don't want you to be my leader. I don't want you to be the leader of my country, and I don't care if you have a really great foreign policy. You've got the answer to my tax questions. When you don't love America, you are not trustworthy. There's no conversation. So I guess Reverend Wright's vitriolic rhetoric has really brought that to light. So yeah, I appreciate that. I appreciate his honesty and his directness. But on the other hand, it is ugly and it's offensive, and it fills me with indignation. And now that the rest of the country is filled with indignation, Barack has come out to denounce it and to repudiate it. All of his followers, before Barack did it, all of his followers were standing in defense, defending Reverend Wright. And I think that is very telling about the kind of supporters that Barack has attracted. And I wonder, now that their leader, Senator Obama, has denounced these things, finally, will they be able to humble themselves enough to backpedal and say, oh, well, maybe Reverend Wright is a bit kooky. We'll see. I think one of the aspects that I want to consider here for a moment is that Reverend Wright is a leader of the Black Civil Rights Movement, but yet he knowingly went in, and he was not naive about this. There's no doubt. He's a very bright man, well educated. He knows exactly what he was doing, and he went in and created such chaos and havoc and thoroughly damaged the first black candidate for president of the United States' campaign. I mean, I don't even know if this is reparable. And So we have to, what is his motivation? Why would he do such a thing? I know that I would not do that to, as I am supporting McCain, but before that, I was a Fredhead. And Fredheads have a very different position, we're Federalists. We tend to be much more conservative than McCain, but at the same time, he is the Republican nominee. I'm not going to come out and do anything that could possibly damage his campaign. I want him to be elected. Does Reverend Wright not want Barack Obama to be elected? Why would he not want Barack Obama to be elected? He was a member, not only was he a close personal friend, a member of his congregation, but yet he represents great success to the black community, a role model, a phenomenal role model for the black community, and this is attainable it is attainable for a black man to be president of the United States of America, the most powerful office, and he's sabotaging this. Well, perhaps there is an agenda here. What will happen to Reverend Wright's shtick when a black man sits in the Oval Office? What happens to Al Sharpton, Louis Farrakhan, and these preachers of bitterness and hatred, all of their message of racial inequality and injustice, when a black man attains the prize? They will fade into oblivion. Their search for power and greed is over. Yeah, I guess I am accusing them of that pretty blatantly right here. I do think they have been exploiting the black civil rights movement, and it is shameful. And I think what we see here with Reverend Wright is a very clear demonstration of him protecting his turf. No more fleecing the flock for them. Well, that's it for now. I'd love to hear some of your feedback, and maybe you have some other take on why he would do such a thing. Thanks. I'm out.